Welcome back to Multifamily Momentum. We have a few properties to look at today, this morning. A couple duplexes in King, one in Pierce, three in Snohomish County, which is north, fourplex in King, and a fourplex in Pierce. A couple triplexes, one big 5-unit property. No seller finance opportunities and nothing in Thurston again. Thurston has been very quiet. That's down where Olympia is at and stuff. So south of Pierce County, for those of you still learning our area. But let's dive into these and see what we've got. We've got these are brand new. It came on the last 24 hours. 1 day on market. That's what that column indicates. One in Fremont, a duplex in Fremont for $1 million in a shoreline area, which is just north of Seattle, for just under $1 million as well. Excellent investment or house hack opportunity. You hear me use that word as well. That's a very popular term, and that's where there's the only people that can afford to make these things work. That's why we use that term, and those are the target buyers, really, because us non-owner occupied investors like most of you and me can't afford to make this work. With 25% down, it still doesn't usually pencil, which is a shame because the financing costs are too much. But anyway, we got a 2-bed, 1.5 bath. They're 1,200 square feet. Built in 77. It looks like a nice property, actually. Nice duplex. Has a carport. Looks like it has some storage underneath the carport. Baseboard heating. Updated backsplash, but still the dated cabinets and counters. Has a wood fireplace. Wall heater doing here. Ceiling fan. So elevated ceilings. Looks like a side-by-side washer and dryer. Townhome sign says upstairs. Looks like that's probably open to the living room. That was something they did in the 70s in some of these properties. It's just kind of odd. I just see people just sheetrock this in and give you more privacy. It's got a nice little backyard patio, fenced in. Yeah, great property. $1 million though? I don't think so. We'd have to check rents. Even if it's at $2,000 each, it's still gonna struggle. Okay, let's see. We got this one in Shoreline for $975. Richmond Beach, like that area, duplex on a corner lot. 1957. Has a 2-bed, 1 bath, and a 3-bed. Is it really a duplex, or is it more of a single family with an ADU or DADU? Let's take a look here. Looks pretty dated and pretty worn, which is expected for a lot of these properties. These mom and pop landlords, they just roll with it, and they don't try and fix what's not broken. So the stuff that's still around looks like it's from the 60s or 70s, even some of this stuff. It could use some rehab. Looks more like a single family though. I don't know. Oh, there's a little dollhouse view. It's kind of nice, but okay. Anyway, sounds a little rich in my opinion for Shoreline for just basically $1 million. Okay, Pierce has a duplex in Lakewood. See, now we're seeing some more affordable options. I know this street, Grand Ave. It was by my previous office, and there's been a few small multifamilies come up on this street. It's kind of quiet. It's not bad, but all these properties on this street, for whatever reason, are really small. Like, this is 1940. They're both 1 bed, 1 bath, 400, 720 square feet. In fact, if I recall, this might be one of them that was on the market just a couple years ago that I toured, and it's really not even a tube. I mean, the 1 bed is more like a studio, I think, on the 400 square foot one. Looks like some virtual staging. It's been updated. These are on septic too. At least it has full washer and dryer space. This is probably the bigger unit for sure. Yeah, and it backs up to this. It's not fenced in or anything. Oh, then it has this other one. Yeah, it's basically like almost a studio. So they're like 2 places. And this, with the whole street, is like these tiny little rentals. They're all on septic. Not a bad deal, but 400,000. Says one's vacant. I'd have to check the rents. I can't recall off the top of my head what the 1 bed that size would go for. They're getting $12,600 for that little thing. You'd probably at least get $1,500. This is by the base too. We call it JBLM, Joint Base Lewis McChord Army Air Force Base. Get a lot of military, which is it's good. Let's see, Snohomish. We got one in Lake Stevens came back on. 2 new ones in Marysville. I think I recall looking over this one recently. Yeah, it's dated. So somebody probably did their walkthrough and backed out, came back on the market. Both 2-bed, 1-bath, almost 1,000 square feet. 1991 construction. And then these little ones I've seen, I think something similar like this in Marysville, or it came up in my email. Maybe that's why I saw it sooner. Property with 2, 650 square foot homes on one lot. So you'll see the other one here. Let me just click. So it has these 2 houses, 2 small little ones on one lot. I didn't like the ceiling in these. Sorry, I'll make the picture bigger. I didn't like the ceilings in these. It looks really crammed. I mean, obviously because there's stuff there, but you got the water heater and the stove rail in the same spot. It just looks extremely tight, and it doesn't help with these mobile phone pictures. So it looks like somebody's standing there checking their phone while the agent's taking their pictures. Yeah, so, for $440 in Snohomish County, that's about as cheap as it's going to get. Now, I don't know exactly Marysville. We don't see a lot up there, and I don't track a lot of rentals in that area specifically. But it's easy to check comps and see if these are in line with where they should be. That to me still sounds cheap for these small ones for 2 beds. I'm guessing you should probably be closer to 15. Oh yeah, it even says here 1,500. So, okay. Quad in Kent. It's been on the market 7 days. I don't know. Let's see if this is an older. Oh, it's a 4-plex. Yep, on 266, built probably in the 1980. Yep. 2-bed, 1-bath, 832 square feet, 1,700 to 1,900. So there's some upside. Saying it's performing as a 6-cap as is. Looks cleaned up. Oh gosh, I remember this property. I toured this 2 years ago. They wanted $1.1 million. Must have. Sorry, I'm gonna go back and look at the pictures now. It needed some work. Yeah, this has been updated for sure. I remember this property. It's this street. There's condos across the street. The neighboring unit wasn't all that. This one over here. I knew the owner of that one too. I think it's been cleaning up these properties on this block, these 4-plexes. Good parking. Yeah. Has a review date. I'll have to watch this one because I remember this. I don't know about 1-2. I'd have to check and ask what the leases really are, if they're up there or not, and if all the units have been updated like they said. But 1-1 would probably be a really good deal for that, I think, actually now. Let's see, Pierce, Tacoma. This is East Tacoma, 38th in Portland. I know this neighborhood. There's a reason why it's only $875. 1980, kind of like the other one we just looked at in Kent. 2-bed, 1-bath, 850 square feet. Yeah, your rents are probably max. 1,700 is probably max for that area, depending on the condition. Not a huge fan of this particular section of Tacoma. It does say potential to assume a VA loan at 2.25. Man, if you're a VA buyer, though, you would want to hop on something like this real quick and just get yourself into something. Hold it for a couple years, refi out. That's nice to see right there. Okay, triplex in Pierce. It's been on the market 34 days. I think this is the same one we've looked at. Whoops, a few times. Yeah. It's it has a duplex and a house. I just don't like this deal. I'm sorry, I'm not going to spend more time on it. It's been on the market a month, and I've covered it before. Let's look at the triplex in Snohomish, brand new for $1 million in Everett, $1.1 million actually. Don't love the lot situation. This is more like Mukilteo. It's probably selling on the zoning. Let's take a look. One picture. So, yes, you can hear my frustration with this lackluster effort to even take a picture of the front of the property for people to review. Super, super annoying. If you hire me to do a listing, I will guarantee you my listings look much better than that. Doesn't take much to look like a rock star in this market as a broker. Okay, Woodinville. This one's a big one, but it's been on the market over a month. I think it probably came back on. Class A, 9-unit. So if you don't follow bigger or multifamily in general, there are different classes that we kind of reference properties by: A, B, C. Typically, the D would be really, really poor, but usually we see A, B, C. I own B and C type properties, but this is your example of an A class, newer, a lot of amenities, nicer areas, stuff like that. So, okay, that is it for today. Thank you for watching. I'll be back tomorrow.